Hello everyone, and welcome back to Klein Tuin Zoo. Now, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded my last video, and I have two reasons for that. So one is I'm back at university and been a little bit busy, my schedule, so didn't really have time to play. Even now in the future, probably find I won't be able to upload as much. So yeah, that's one reason why. So if you get it, my schedule is going to become even more erratic. But the main reason why this video in particular took over a month to come out, I think that's how long it was between the videos, is because I had mic troubles, which probably a lot of you noticed in my last two videos. Is pretty noticeable that my mic was spazzing out really badly. So yeah, in those two cases I was able to try and salvage some audio, but after that it only got worse. So what I had to do is get a new mic, which you're listening to right now. So I'm probably gonna have to mess around with the settings on this. It might be a little soft, a little loud. I might have to position it differently. I'm just testing it out. This is a testing episode, so it might not be perfect now, but probably sounds better than the old mic, I hope. So yeah, with the microphone, it also does pick up some background noise, which is fine. I can kind of reduce that. But another thing I didn't plan for is that it sometimes picks up my squeaky wooden chair, so you might hear that in the background, but I'm gonna try and stop that. But anyway, we are back in business. Should be making more videos from now on. No month-long breaks. There will be big gaps between the videos. Like I said, I am busy, but not as long as this gap was. So anyway, back to the actual subject matter of the video, the thing I'm building in the time-lapse, the old lion house of the estate. So the design I got from this was taken from a blueprint that was made for the Groote Schuur Zoo, or estate I should rather say, for when the estate first got lions and leopards. This was initially the design that they were supposed to use to build the exhibits for them, but eventually they ended up building another structure, which I believe, according to records, say it doesn't look as nice as this design, although I can't find any pictures and it doesn't exist in real life. It was torn down in 1930 to make the new exhibits for the lions, which do still stand today. If you go on Google and search Groote Schuur Zoo, most of the pictures you will see will be of the lion exhibit. Yeah, so anyway, for this lion house, it was initially meant to kind of show a Roman style, as you can see by the pillars and columns I'll put in later on. There's also this kind of staircase at the back, leading up to a balcony which you can view from, which I initially thought was weird, but then I decided to just put it in. It's be accurate to the design, and it does give quite a cool view from the top of the rest of the estate. You can see the herbivore pens quite nicely from there. Oh, and then another thing I want to mention is just those bars that I was using. You see me using earlier in the time lapse, and you will see me use now in a little bit. Is a part of a set I put on Steam. So if you do want to use it, take some of these bar designs and some mesh designs I made to use in your own zoos, you can take it. We'll put the link in the description or the comments, or both, one of the two places you can check out. So yeah, initially the initial design was for lions and leopards. While I would have liked to have leopards, we don't have leopards in game. Well, we have snow leopards, but technically they aren't the same species as, say, African leopards and most of the other leopards. So maybe in the future we'll get some mods for leopards and I'll put them in. I think what I will do is later in the zoo's history I will put tigers, but for now it just holds lions. The way it's designed is that there's two kind of rooms, I would say, night rooms at the end of each end of the building, and one large corridor to split in. So ideally I would have split the corridor into two to have one area for leopards or tigers and another for the lions, but for now lions have all the space. Well, it's not that much space for the lions actually, but this is a 20th century zoo exhibit, so most animals aren't going to get a lot of space, at least for another 50 years I would say, before welfare starts improving significantly. And you do get some modern zoos, unfortunately, in real life that do have lion exhibits quite similar to this, with not that much space for the lions in pure concrete. Yeah, I do not condone those kind of conditions for animals. Now, if you're gonna hold wild animals, you need to give them the proper living conditions they need. Cannot keep them in concrete, but for the time period, this is what's accurate. So that's what I'm building. But anyway, as for the rest of what's coming up next episodes, I think next episode I'm going to start actual work on the zoo, because right now it's just a private collection of animals that some rich guy has accumulated. In the future I do plan, or next episode actually, I do plan on having the zoo open to the public, so make some entrances and from there build a lot more new exhibits. So yeah, hopefully I can keep up with the schedule, give a constant flow of episodes, don't take a month to come out like this one did. And as for the channel, I do have a few new, me and a friend are going to work on a new series, not even, it's kind of zoo related, but it's not Planet Zoo or Zoo Tycoon 2. So yeah, maybe you'll enjoy that. I'm not going to say what it is right now, but yeah. But back to this exhibit, I just do want to mention, now that I'm doing stuff here, it isn't really functional in terms of keepers. Now I added a gate so keepers can get in, but later I sealed that off with walls, so keepers can't really get in this exhibit. Obviously turned welfare, because this exhibit would not match any animal welfare in the game. So yeah, no keepers can get in, but I do put the lines in and it closes it off. And I do put some climbing structures and such things in. And I will have a walkthrough bit, because I do want to show you how I did the entrances, or the gates. As you see, I'm fiddling with now between the rooms and the outside bit. But I'm not sure, they're all technically inside, so I'm not sure how to refer to it. But you will see how I did that, because right now the end result ends up being way too massive a door for the lions. I do not like it, so I somehow managed, I used the climbing pieces to get the lines to actually fit through a narrower space, so you don't have these massive doors and it looks a bit more realistic. So yeah, the time lapse is kind of coming to an end there. I didn't actually record the process of me doing that, because it was a bit finicky. I was a bit all over the place with the camera. So I'll show you in real time, just in a little bit. I'll let this finish up and I'll check you then. Okay, here we are with the final product, the final lion exhibit. As you can see, I have decided to put some retaining walls up here in the front, just give it a little verticality. Ignore those things, those are some pieces I was using to construct this. I forgot to remove, oops. So yeah, we've got some small palm trees. They're small now, but don't worry, they'll grow big and strong later on in life. And you see, I'm starting to use some sandstone in the bulls, just because that is quite in olden days. Sandstone was used quite a lot in places in South Africa for buildings, especially in some zoo areas. You really see some pure sandstone buildings. So let's go check out the lion habitat or exhibit, cage, whatever you want to call it itself. So we've got one male lion sleeping in this little room. We have the bars here covering up. I will make sure to put a link for the Steam workshop there. Let's have lioness, and I think she might be sleeping on the other side. Yeah, she's sleeping on the other side. So at these ends we do have these little gates here. The keepers can come in, have a little gap, so you can also put in food for the lions. That way it makes it a little easier to feed them. And we have these guillotine doors that can close up, so I guess keepers can come into this middle area. Though I don't put any doors in, which is a pretty big oversight. I'll probably just plop a door so like it looks like keepers can come in. But anyway, to get lines to actually fit through this gap here, is the main reason why I'm having this real-time portion to show you, is that I was using this what you call climbable platform. Yeah, so to get the lines to actually be able to walk in and out of this small gap, I was using these climbing structures, little climbing platforms. So they do have to stick out of the ground a little bit for the lions to actually walk on them. Once the lions are on them, or any animals that actually can climb, once they get on a climbing structure, the hitboxes, the collisions with the actual scenery items, they just don't exist. I could probably put a wall here and a lion would still walk through it because it's on the climbing structure. So yeah, it is a bit glitchy when the lion walks on you. Wait, there. Yeah, as you can see, he did sink into the ground a little bit when he started to walk at the end, and sometimes they do get caught on the edge and they walk through the wall a little bit, and there are these lines sticking out, but all of those, I think that's better than having a 2 meter wide massive door. It just seems better than having that. This is a bit more realistic. So yeah, one thing I guess can show off here, I do need to put a door at the back here so the keepers can actually go in, and I realize I need to put a staircase to get to this door, otherwise just climbing over this ledge. Yeah, go into this door, walk up the staircase, and bam, we've got a view of the estate. We can see the ostriches, all the other pens, and turn around I guess, but I don't know, the view's not so nice. So yeah, the view's okay. I gotta remove those things. So yeah, thanks for watching. Actually, before I go, let's give a final look at the exhibit. I will put the blueprint on screen now so you can compare the two, get a top-down view as well. Yeah. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!